I regret my tattoo.
I am getting all my tattoos removed because, quite literally, I hate them.
You will regret having tattoos?
Welcome to my tattoo tour. Now, I can't show you the first one I got because it's on my hoo-ha. I regret every single one of my tattoos, all of them.
What are you gonna do when you decide you hate your tattoos?
I think I have over 35 tattoos between my arms and my back.
Come with me to remove a tattoo that I regret getting.
Laser tattoo removal. Yes, it hurts.
This was like its 12th time. There was nothing there before. Now it's outlined like the whole tattoo.
You guys know how parents always say, don't get a tattoo, you're gonna regret it. As a teenager, of course, you're like, oh, what do they know? Like, I'm not gonna listen. I'm here to tell you, your parents are correct.
Literally, one of my biggest regrets in life was getting my chest tattoo. I made a mistake as a teenager, and at the time, it seemed like a great idea. But now I'm dealing with the consequences. The regret is real.
Today I'm gonna give you a tour of all the tattoos that I hate and that I regret getting. So, here we go. So I hate all of them.
Things I wish I knew in my early 20s about getting tattooed. You will probably regret some of them, if not many of them, if not all of them.
Tattoos I regret getting, and they get progressively weirder. First one is this lady on my arm. I feel like no matter what angle, she always just kind of looks bloated in her face. Number 2 on the same arm, I really like candy corn. I drew this. It looks like shit.
I made horrible decisions when I was a 18, 19-year-old girl. Now I'm 24 and I'm in the process of blocking out my arm.
I don't know, maybe don't do permanent things to your body for the sake of a trend if you're gonna sit on the internet and say you feel like your tattoos make you look so masculine.
You know, sometimes people ask me, Taryn, you got any tattoos you regret? Any maybe you shouldn't have gotten at, 18 years old? And I think about that question and the answer is fuck yeah, I do.
Do not get those tattoos. I'm telling you right now, do not get those tattoos. So many of you are gonna regret it. Just like I do. I regret almost every single tattoo that I have.
Yeah, guys, and they regret their tattoos just because they have to deal with the consequences. But they don't regret sleeping with Chad. They don't regret giving it up to Chad on the first date. They don't regret sleeping with this guy or the other guy. And now, all of a sudden, when they're 30, you have to deal with their consequences.
Not because I think they're ugly, but it's just not me anymore.
So anyone that's gotten tattooed and they're like, oh, if I stop loving it, I'll just get it removed, needs a rude wake-up call. Because when I was 19, I stupidly started getting tattooed every time I had a mood swing. So I ended up getting really heavily tattooed really quickly. It was just such a coping mechanism for me. Whenever I had a depressive thought or feeling, I was like, oh, I'll get a tattoo. And at the time, I loved them. Fast forward 10 years later, I absolutely hate the thing.
I wish I listened to people when they said I would regret getting fine line tattoos over the years, because at first I was like, no, they're so cute, they're so fun, whatever. And the past year I started really liking the traditional stuff more. But I have all of these that are just dainty. They're cute, they're very cutesy, but they're just not my thing anymore.
Imagine, if you will, that you put a shirt on once when you were in your 20s, and now you have to wear that for the rest of your life. And that is what it feels like to get heavily tattooed before you turn into a fully developed adult human. I wanted to talk about, there's like a lot of reasons to regret my tattoos, but today specifically I wanted to talk about not matching my aesthetic, right? So I think if you asked almost anybody that's over 30, if they have a better idea of who they are in their 30s than they did in their 20s, they're gonna be like, oh my God, yes.
And that's the problem, ma'am. You did what you wanted in your 20s, you rode the carousel, you did lots and lots of mistakes, and now that you're in your 30s and you're fully developed and you know yourself, you expect a guy to deal with that. And if we ask you about your past or your body count, we're misogynists. Of course, ma'am.
I have all of these tattoos that don't necessarily reflect who I am at 36. They might have reflected a moment in time in my 20s, maybe a moment in time that I was like not doing so well mentally, and they are here forever.
Let me show you guys the progress I've made so far with 2 sessions of tattoo removal. I had to dig back in the archives. This is the side tattoo when I first got it. I don't know how it bled so much over time because it honestly did not look bad when I first got it. I could feel the pain. I could feel it. This is what it looked like after my first session. And yes, like the blistering is what they call frosting. You could see like all that white stuff. Yeah, hurts like a bitch.
I'm not even gonna hold your hand when I say this. I have never met a grown, happily married man with a girl best friend.
Why I'm no one's wife yet, I have no idea, because here I am cooking dinner in my David Tennant t-shirt, looking adorable.
Maybe it's the fact that you have 2 colors in your hair. Maybe it's all the tattoos. Maybe, just maybe.
So I'm taking husband applications.
Just to let my future husband know, you're a selfish prick. Okay? Because I'm taking this out for the second time this week by myself. This is a blue job. We all know it. Quite frankly, what are you playing at?
I want millions. If he's making millions, he's looking somewhere else. No.
So you believe that if a guy is making millions, he won't be loyal?
No, he's not going to be loyal.
Would
At least she's admitting that.
you be okay with your husband making millions, but he has like side women?
I feel like if he's making millions, he won't have side women because he'll be busy making the
No.
million.
Heaven or hell, she's got photos with her ex.
Hell.
On her Instagram.
Hell. Why are we even in the topic of discussion?
She's like, it's my history, like it's my life, I don't want to delete them.
Exactly what I was telling you guys. It's her past, and her past shouldn't matter to you. And if it matters to you, you're a misogynist, you're an incel.
Hell. So let me go fucking plaster my ex all over mine then.
What do you think about a lot of guys that say they would never date an OnlyFans girl?
They can't stand the fact that I'm kissing other girls or having sex with other men. So I can't have a boyfriend that's gonna trust me enough.
If your boyfriend was to say, babe, I want you to quit.
I was poor and now I can get vacation. I got 2 kids. I'm happy. So nobody's gonna make me quit that. I'm gonna decide when I'm gonna quit because I love it. It's a passion.
And she's a single mother, and when she decides to quit, you have to deal with all of that, all her mistakes, because her past shouldn't matter.
24, living in Barcelona, recently single. I gotta do the mingle. Sounds great, right? But here it is. I work 10 to 12 hours a day. I eat my lunch and my dinner from Carrefour, supermarkets because I don't have time to cook, because I work. I'm trying to build my career where I work with 3 jobs. Recently single, have barely any friends here because I work too much, going to events by myself, like right now. That is the reality.
What would you rate yourself on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh, here it is. I would rate myself like a 4 out of 10 because I low-key look like I do drugs right now, but I don't.
That's a lie. Do a genuine, like, if you reflect.
4 out of 10 because I low-key look like I'm fat right now here.
What would you rate yourself out of 10?
Honestly, like, I'm not gonna say 10. Maybe an 8.5. I could be a little more toned, but if I was a little more toned.
Ma'am, an 8 or a 9 or a 10 can be a model. You are not a model, ma'am.
Bro, yeah, I need
Maybe
to go
a
back
10.
to the gym.
Would you rather give one guy 30 chances or 30 guys 1 chance?
30 guys,
1 chance.
Why?
Because once you mess up, you don't get more than 2 chances.
Two chances and you're done.
So you'd rather give 30 guys 1 chance?
Do that than giving it one guy 30 chances.
But then
But they expect you to give them a chance no matter of their past, no matter how many tattoos they have, no matter how many kids they have, no matter how many guys they've slept with.
you would have been with like 30 guys.
That's better than trying to work with the one guy after he messes up.
What's your most unpopular opinion?
I don't know if this is unpopular, but a guy does have to like you more than you like him. Or else it's just gonna be like, I don't know, you're just gonna be somebody on the side, I'm sorry.
I might disagree with that a little bit. So I feel like if I met you right now and I was interested in you and I showed you that I liked you a lot, probably be more interested in the guy that's giving you no attention, that
True.
you have to kind of chase a little bit.
Plus, if she's not that into you at the first sign that she doesn't like something about you or you have an argument, she will leave. That's why she has to like you more.
That's 100% not true. Like, I definitely reciprocate energy, and if it's not reciprocated, then it's a done.
But I feel like that's after you kind of fell for him. But I feel like in the beginning, before you even get to know him.
If a guy's just straight up giving me gifts, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna go for the guy who treated me terribly.
Exactly.
Okay, fine, you win. Whatever.
The double standard for women is getting absolutely out of hand and disgusting. I just saw a post that was like, how to keep your man humble. And it listed out a bunch of things, like give him one-word answers when he texts you, give your dog more attention than you give him, casually compare him to other men. And I understand there's going to be a small level of manipulation in every relationship, which is fine. But then a man responded in the comments and said, I'm going to do this to my girlfriend. Mind you, the original post had like 50,000 likes, and then the women went ballistic on this guy saying, you're so hateful. How could you ever do this to a woman? What makes you think this way?
Yes, because they don't want equality, they want superiority.
Ladies, look at the post that you originally liked. And this is the problem. If you can't play the game that you're not willing to lose, don't start.
How come no one talks about how insane it is that a lot of wives will look at their husband and say something like, I'm your wife, I'm not your maid? And could you imagine if a husband said to a wife, am I your bodyguard or am I your husband? Am I your Uber or am I your husband? Am I your wallet or am I your husband? Am I your delivery guy or am I your husband? Am I your handyman or am I your husband? Am I your tech support or am I your husband? I could keep going with like 10 more, but you get the point. Dudes will spend their entire adult working life providing for a woman and children, give up on hopes and dreams, hobbies, friendships, you name it, only to get that in return. Am I your maid or am I your wife? Why does no one talk about this? Why does no one acknowledge this? And mind you, this is...
We acknowledge it, but we can't talk about it without being called incels.
This is coming from somebody who clowns on men often. Go look at my other videos, okay? They're usually the opposite. But this right here, it's never made sense to me and it never will.
There's some guys who get it and some guys who don't. And you know what I'm talking about. You've been out to a club, you've been out to places, you've seen the guy who's just smoother than you. He's a better salesperson than you, he's just better at communicating than you.
I've seen a lot of guys being smoother than me, a lot smoother than me.
He's better with women than you. You can tell this guy gets it and you don't get it.
And guys, just think about that. I'm not bitter. Good for him that he's smoother, but the thing that women don't understand is that comes with practice. He had a lot of practice. So when they go on dates and they see that smooth guy that knows exactly what to say, what to do, when to do it, they think, oh, he's so charming. They don't see it as a red flag. That's the problem. How don't you see it as a red flag? A guy, to get to that level, he has to be a player. But no, they don't see it like that. Oh, he gives me the butterflies. And then they cry on TikTok that he just slept with me and then ghosted me. Of course, ma'am.
Okay? And now you're looking around in the world, you're looking at Disney and big tech, and you're looking at the media and pop psychology, and you're like, maybe someone here will teach me to get it. But no, why would they? Beautiful women don't want average men to learn how to have sex with them. Of course, no one's going to teach you to get it. My job is to teach you to get it. Because you have been shamed for trying to learn to get it. Right. Again, I'm not going to define what it is. What I'm going to tell you is you see it, you know it when you see it. The guy who's just flawless and effortless when he talks to the opposite sex or when he talks to somebody who's high status, he gets it, you don't.
All of that only comes with practice. It's like that in everything in life. You're good at your job because you had a lot of practice. You're good at that sport because you had a lot of practice. It's the same thing with women.
Someone needs to teach you, and there's no course, there's no book that teaches you to get it.
A beautiful woman. But
and that's where women, hold on. That's where women fuck up. They think that they're special and I'm pretty and I have XYZ. And the reality is, you're a matchmaker. You've got to know this.
I do.
How hard is it to deal with so many girls that have ridiculous standards that they don't necessarily qualify for the man that they think they do?
What do you tell them? I usually tell them you have two choices. You either self-improve or you lower your expectations. Those are the choices.
And we know chicks aren't going to self.
Yes, but you can never tell a woman to lower her expectations, to lower her standards, because she actually thinks that's her level. And you can't say anything to women that criticizes them, because you're called an incel, a misogynist. That's the problem.
Improve because they're special.
She put out.
What the fuck?
She put out, and she's also just lost her job, and she is 5'3" and 180 pounds. I said to her, babe.
Oh, yeah.
I said to her, babe, we're gonna look at the BMI chart.
Beach
You
ball.
need to be losing 60 pounds in the next 12 months if you want this kind of man, as an anecdotal guy, to wife you, right? Otherwise, he's not going to take you seriously. Straightforward that way. But that's part of you either self-improve or you lower your expectations. Those are options.
But here's the thing. Here's a problem. It took a professional matchmaker to tell her you need to self-improve.
You seem like a very pleasant...
And she only listens to the matchmaker because she paid a lot of money. And she thinks she knows what she's talking about. But if she sees a video like mine telling them that you shouldn't be delusional when you have standards, I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Person. However, you're a prostitute. That's an immediate no-go. Otherwise, I think you're an attractive girl and you have a very pleasant personality. But because you're involved in sex work, it's an immediate disqualifier.
She has a pleasant personality because she knows how to manipulate men. She knows how to talk to men to get what she wants. That's why.
It's a deal breaker. There's no scenario, even though you seem like, honestly, you're one of the most pleasant women we've ever had on the show. You're an attractive girl. I'm not saying this to be mean or anything. I wouldn't date you because of the work that you're involved with. That's the end of the story.
How old are you?
29.
Are you single?
Yeah.
How long was your last relationship?
4 years.
Did you end it?
Yeah, I ended it actually. Yeah, I did.
So why do you throw the whole relationship away?
Because he cheated on me.
Walk me through.
I was at home, chilling, drinking. He decided to leave. I was like calling him, texting him, not answering my phone calls. So something in my gut was like, he's cheating on you. So I come to find out and go to his house, open his door, and he's with another bitch in the bed.
But why do you think he didn't feel satisfied?
He was in love with, he liked the other bitch, you know? Like, I don't know, he had feelings for the other girl.
But he was with you for 4 years.
Yeah.
So you think he still loved you?
He does. He tells me all the time he loves me and he misses me.
Oh, so y'all still talk?
I mean, no, he tries to talk to me, but I don't talk to him.
So you don't entertain it?
So guys, she's been with the guy for 4 years, but she thinks she did nothing wrong in that relationship to make him leave or to make him go to another woman. Of course.
You can meet the awesomest human being, have the most incredible time with them, so much chemistry, but it literally means nothing if that person does not have the capacity to be in a relationship with you. Checking for someone's capacity needs to be a priority. But
Ma'am, it's not that they don't have the capacity to be with you. They don't want to be with you in a relationship. They probably would be in a relationship with the woman they want. You're not the woman they want. That's what they don't understand. They have such big egos that they can't fathom a guy not wanting to be with them. They think, oh, if he doesn't want to be in a relationship with me, it means he doesn't want a relationship.
it is so overlooked in our dating society. People
Just look at her eyes, guys. See her eyes? That tells you why that guy didn't want to be in a relationship with her.
People just get caught up in chemistry. How do you make me feel? And the irony about this is that usually the intense chemistry that you have with someone in the beginning is because your attachment wounds are being triggered and it just feels like an absolute roller coaster of emotion. And that, unfortunately, has become the metric by which we determine how we feel about somebody and how much energy we're going to invest in the connection. Not only that,
Yeah, we're just going to skip this video, guys, because she starts talking about energies.
I wasn't going to make a video tonight, but I have to say this. If I wanted to get clout off of social media quickly, if I wanted to make money off of social media quickly, all I would need to do as a decent looking lady is parrot male talking points. So if I got done up,
Yeah, another woman that doesn't know what she's talking about. She thinks it's so easy to make money online. Yeah, maybe if you tell the guys exactly what they want to hear, or you tell the women exactly what they want to hear, then yeah, you can make a lot of money being a coach. But I don't tell guys or women what they want to hear. And I don't make a lot of money, ma'am.
and I came on the internet and was like, men go through things too. You should go 50-50 a day with men because you need to earn him as well. You need to earn his presence, you know. Men's time are valuable as well. If I came on the internet and started saying shit like that, what would happen is I would have an influx of men.
Yeah, man, but that's the problem. Most male dating coaches that are actually good, they don't tell men or women what they want to hear. That's what you don't understand. You think in your head that because I'm saying certain things, I'm telling guys what they want to hear. No, ma'am, I'm just showing guys reality. The reality of women's nature, the reality of women's hypergamy. We're just going to skip this video because it's clear she doesn't know what she's talking about.
I, 27, have been married to my husband, 32, for a year. He's incredibly successful and makes significantly more money than I do.
Wonderful.
Okay.
I work full-time as an architect, not a super high salary, but I love what I do. When we got married, we agreed that he'd handle all the bills and I take care of the housework, which includes cooking,
cleaning, laundry, etc.
Love it.
Basically, a modernized housewife dynamic, except I still work because I love my career.
I hear it.
Now, here's the thing.
Otio.
I absolutely suck at being a housewife. Don't enjoy cooking or cleaning, and it completely drains me.
Banang.
So, instead of burning myself out, I decided to use my own money to hire a housekeeper who comes in a few times a week and a meal service that handles dinners.
In Jesus' name.
Everything still gets done. The house is completely spotless. My husband always has clean clothes.
Okay, ma'am, but reverse the roles. What if your husband didn't want to go to work anymore, didn't want to provide anymore because he sucked at it? How would you react to that, ma'am? I get it, you have money, so you can hire a maid and a cook. But what if you didn't have money? I don't get it. What's your part in that household if you can't do anything? What's your role?
And meals are always prepared and on the table. It costs me money, yes, but it frees up my energy. And honestly, I think it makes me a better wife emotionally and mentally. But now my husband is furious.
I'm sure he would be happier staying at home, and he would be more affectionate towards you, and he would give you more attention.
He says the deal was that I do the housework and not pay someone to do it. He feels like I'm not keeping up my end of the marriage agreement, and that it's lazy and disrespectful to outsource my responsibilities, even if it is with my own money. Try to explain that I'm still honouring the results of the agreement, that the work is still done, just not by me personally, and that it's not like I'm expecting him to pay for the help. But he's really upset and says that I'm undermining the whole point. So, am I the asshole for outsourcing the work I agreed to do, even though I'm paying for it and the house is still being taken care of?
Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.